Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We are back. And it's time to evil some residents. Oh, actually, and of course, immediately I got a text. Immediately. Seconds later. Seconds later. 1 second, please. Okay, looks like it's nothing important. It's not about that situation. Okay. Whatever. Moving on. See if I can figure out what to do. Just sort of... Oh, God, crows. 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 The ravens. Whatever they are. Ah! Interestingly, I do really like the shoddy. More than I thought I would. Pistol's fine. I probably shouldn't use the shotgun for those, but honestly, whatever. And yeah, the gameplay effects vary, so the shotgun's pretty satisfying. The pistol seems to be absolutely all over the place in terms of its usefulness and function. Like, sometimes it's like, yeah, sometimes it gets the headshot, and sometimes you just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. Okay. What? Okay. And this is where we came in, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is the pool. I'm pretty sure. I think. Maybe. Camera. Okay, yes, this is the pool. This is where we came in. We're good, we're good. So. How the hell? Also, random question for the crowd. Is Miranda a character from 7 or 8? Because that name didn't ring a bell at all. 8, okay. Snakes. 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 Residence. Residence evil. Sorry, sorry. Sure, why not? The Ultra Herb. Well, red boosts the effects of another color. Green heals. I have absolutely no idea what blue does. Yeah, that's why it came up. I was double-checking something about Spencer to refresh myself about it. And she just kept coming up, and I'm like, what the hell? Who is this Yahoo? And like I said, I didn't remember her, so... Any ammo? I do, actually. Anyways, what do blue herbs do? Might as well get a save, whatever. If I'd known there was a save right here, I'd have just pushed forward for it, but sure. Was it the spice, the chicken, or the grease? That was the spice. So, not a good spice then, I assume? Oh, there it is. Listen, I have it on a good authority that there is such a thing as too much spice. But most of the time, restaurants have absolutely no idea what that means. Listen, Federation Builder, there's dogs outside. There's dogs. Yeah, regular spicy sounds like it'd be fine. And yet we don't have the basement song. I'm very sad. So I've discovered the Nope Room. We are never going in there again. Yes, pumpernickel question. What do blue herbs do? There's a couple of them in here. Ah, it's another Q poison. Okay. That's all I needed to hear. Thanks, game. Better be something worth coming into this frickin' room for. I'm wasting shotgun and spiders going into this room. Great. And of course I can't shoot that thing over there. Look. I'm glad they didn't come with this giant spiders in the future. I think that's a good thing. I think most people would agree that's a good thing. There doesn't seem to be anything significant about the order, but... Okay, well I better write down those numbers then. Ah, damn it, it went by too quick again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. No, stop, stop, stop! Ah. Okay. Hello, Dark Day. One moment, please. Game. Game. Game! You're just cheating at this point. For Christ's sakes, and now I'm out of ammo. It's right there. red book. It's a book with a red cover. Nothing is printed on any of the pages. Is there a special way to use it? Okay, well, I just have to soak it in blood. Or something, I don't know. Okay, this is actually somewhat irritating. Well, I want to make sure the spider never gets up again. Like, ever. But I can't burn its corpse. Cool. Okay. This is irritating. We did not decide. Ugh, fine. I'm not sure how different the campaign is other than the differences in playstyle, which, like, a glance at a walkthrough, or, you know, what Plutonia linked earlier, would be an easy way to just be like, here's the differences, dot, dot, dot. I have glanced at that list of differences. It certainly does change your playstyle. It's actually pretty smart in terms of the variants. But I'm not sure it warrants a second playthrough. So far leaning towards a positive, Mr. Federation Builder. The controls are a little wonky, and I have a negative jotted down as a potential for that. But, for the most part, positive. Well, when we played RE2R, we actually did play through both campaigns. I admittedly am hesitant to go through a second playthrough because of time and Lost and other irritations. I might just pull up a walkthrough for it. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm still chewing on it. Depends on how long our first playthrough takes. That's really what that boils down to. I'll just grab this while we're here. That's true. I was going to play Chris on easy anyways. I'm doing a second playthrough. I'm cranking it down. An herb mix of green and blue. Cool, I guess. Oh, I officially have a blue herb. Yeah, having 2 less item slots, that makes me worry. Oh my god, Bragwin, why? Why, Bragwin, why? Do we know why the basement theme is what it is? A work of musical splendor and genius, obviously. Oh, okay. Okay. Run!
No, that wasn't part of our deal.
Like I said, I have my orders.
But it's not necessary to destroy stars.
Don't be a hard dog to hit me with a torch, Barry.
What about my family?
I will guarantee their safety.
If I play my cards right.
Oh my god. Someone's secretly a traitor. Oh, Jesus!
Jill!
Barry, I heard someone talking.
Oh, you heard. I think age is starting to take its toll. Talking to myself is becoming a bad habit.
Talking to yourself? You alright? What's gotten into you?
And have you seen Chris?
I'm getting you worried, aren't I? But don't, I'm alright. I guess this creepy mansion has gotten to my nerves. Anyway, I think I'll go outside, get some fresh air for a change.
Dude, he's 38. He's old man.
Don't worry, I'm just going to get some fresh air.
Get eaten by a giant spider.
Waste some monsters along the way.
And bees. Dogs. We've seen a plant. A snake. 4 days have passed since the accident. The plant at point 42 is growing at an amazing rate. Though there are many unknown aspects about this plant, we know that in comparison with the other group of plants, the T-virus has had a substantially stronger effect on this one. The T-virus has drastically morphed its host's anatomy as well as its size. Looking at its current state, it's difficult to imagine its original appearance. No on Earth will you find something like it. We've also found that plant 42 has two main sources of acquiring its necessary nutrients. One's through the roots. Somehow it has rooted itself into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and destroyed the aqua ring. Ever since, the basement's been like a pool. There's a high possibility one of the chemicals in the water that's promoting its rapid growth. However, we've yet to determine the specific chemical. A bulb-like body of Plant 42 has been sighted hanging from the ceiling on the first floor. We're sure it's used the air ducts to reach the first floor. Numerous long tentacle-like vines are protruding from the bulb. We believe the vines are the second means of acquiring nutrients. When the plant scents its prey, it uses the tentacle-like vines to capture the prey. After doing so, its suckers on the vine drain the prey of blood. We also notice that it has some intelligence. When it captures its prey or when it's inactive, the vines twine around the door to stop possible intruders. Unfortunately, several of our scientists have already fallen victim to Plant 42. When we heard the stories from the survivors, they all observed one thing in common. When the uniform petal-like flaps open and reveal its vital internals, it has a tendency to become more aggressive. One witness reported that it has tried to protect itself. Why it behaves in this way is still unknown. Cool. Cool. Depressing. Disgusting. Yeah, it was kind of creepy, a little bit creepy. This looks nice. This is what I expect to find underneath an elaborate basement out in the woods. Or mansion, sorry. God, it's Emperor Grand Spectre. Sir, I'm sorry. I'll have those BPS reports immediately, I swear. Please don't sick the 15th Legion on me. This doesn't have to be Civil War. Alright, fine. Civil War it is then! If I can't have the Empire, then I'll burn it to the ground around me. I don't know what you're talking about, Dark Day. Like, when I play Resident Evil games, I think of no door openings animations. So I basically started the series with 4. Okay. Boy, I sure hope there's no giant sharks in here. Honestly, the Resident Evil game I was most dreading is the one I'm playing right now. Why, Woo? Come on over, Tasty Sharks. Right here. Where's the recorder? Nom, 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 nom. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't have any expectations walking into 6. Oh, jeez, who broke? Whoa, plants, plants, plants. Okay. Well, shoot. Okay. I have no particular investment in ever playing Zero. If I ever play it for the show, sure, but I'm not chomping at the bit for it, you know? Well, that just happened. I've also never played Code Veronica. Or, Chronicles. Speaking of which, I looked up Chronicles to find out that connection that was mentioned about Lisa, and they're correct. Lisa does show up in 2 games. One and Chronicles. I don't know anything about Revelations. Yeah, the bees are back. The bees are back. Oh, shoot. How did Barry get out of here? Without, you know, getting stung to death by the giant frickin' bees. I don't know, Zar. It's probably pretty easy to get a hold of on the PlayStation 1. That is to say, on the PlayStation, like, 3 or 4 or something. Oh, man. Barry is just the best. My man. Okay. First of all, let's heal. Apparently the original trilogy is on GOG. There you go. Being completely honest, if I was going to actually sit down and play 1, 2, or 3, I'd probably just pull the original PlayStation 1 versions out. So I could have save states. Anyways, well, we've done a bunch of stuff. Let's go ahead and risk a save. Good evening, Agent Huthor. Hey, Colton. Okay. Well, let's think about this. So, this is a door I can't get through, right? Yeah, so that's a door I can't get through. That leads down to the depths. In the depths, there was a door I couldn't open and another door I couldn't open. And some sharks. And a plant. So I don't have any way of dealing with the sharks. I don't have any way of dealing with the plant. Can't open the doors. Excuse me. Let's try one thing really quick. Bees. 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 Okay, so that's another locked door, just straight locked. Okay, I didn't even see this door right here. I like that sound. That's a great sound to have. Residence key. Okay. 001. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. It's the residence of evil. Fun fact, by the way, the ultimate villain of the entire franchise is an old billionaire. He's even old money. Incestuous pricks. Look, there was a person, he was moving. He was coming right for me, okay? I can't do anything with him. Alright, whatever. No, not Wesker. But anyways. More ammo. Does that have to do with Miranda? The self-defense gun. I had to do it. We ran from those things, helping each other to survive, but Robert started to show the symptoms. I had to do it. Those damn things are pure evil. There's no other way. He would have done the same if it was the other way around. I have to put him out of his misery. I just had to just leave him in the bathroom. No, I'm probably the last one. How could this happen? I'll never forgive myself for being part of this project. Eventually I'll get what's coming to me, though. There's no way to escape from this nut house. It's just a matter of time now. Everything's set. All I need is a little courage to get it done. Knowing that I'll leave many things undone is regret beyond words. But better this than just waiting to turn into one of them. Please understand and at least let me end my life as a person. Linda, please forgive me. No, I'll never play... I shouldn't say I will ever play. I have never played 7 and 8. I had no interest in them. But I kind of try to keep up with the lore at least a little bit. That's what I was asking about Miranda. Whoever that is. Aw, see you around here, girl. I'm pretty sure the movies are total alternate continuity land. It will, in fact, be spoilers. The only reason I even know that name is because I was actually refreshing myself about something about Spencer. Reminding myself about something about him. And, like, the first 2 paragraphs of Spencer's entry on their wiki was, Miranda, Miranda, Miranda. And I'm like, okay. Who? Hey, the quack. Yeah, we'll get there someday. Right when Crazy North takes over the world. Oh, no. Yeah, these people were doing some pretty horrible things. Control room key. Ah, so now we can get past the sharks. Let's see. Anything in here? Oh, we're good. We can leave now. And quickly, quickly. Yep, okay, we're good. Bye. This is the 2015 version. For whatever that means, too. Fandom tends to be pretty unreliable, yes. Wikis in general, that's a dice roll. I would say this is more of a remaster of a remake. In other words, the 2002 version is more of a remake. This, the 2015 version, is a remaster of the 2002 version. Please correct me if I'm wrong about any of this. Yes, this is technically RE1RR, if you really want to get down to it. Okay, control room was far end. All I have to do is get across this extremely safe very unsuspicious water area with no difficulties or dangers anywhere. See? Nothing to be afraid of. Run! See Mr. Sharky over there. Caution, in case of drop in oil pressure control, open valve number 2. I didn't know maps were even in this game. I know I said that earlier. So valve 2, huh?
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
Agreed.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
Okay, is this the safety?
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold. Activate emergency draining system immediately.
Number 2. Maybe? I just really... Okay. Why do they have a giant shark down here? Three giant sharks, technically. Like, I know this is mad science. I get it. I understand the progenitor virus and the T virus. Marcus, who I guess doesn't really have much to do with this. I don't know if Alex existed yet or not. But, yeah, why are there giant sharks down here? Zombie sharks, I suppose. It's the utmost in underground security. You know, I can't even argue that. Double green. Oh, yeah, that's what I need right about now. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Try to see it. Where's the shark? Grenade shells. Yeah, sure. Yep, we drained the water. The shark is not a problem. The end. Magnum rounds? Okay, hold up. I gotta be stupid. I gotta dare to be stupid. Yeah, but here's a question. Where does it flush to? Where did we just flush a giant zombie shark to? And who else is about to have a very bad day? Oh, there it is. Hello, giant zombie shark. Are you dead, zombie shark? Okay, I guess it's a redundant question. I've never played this game, Crazy Nurse. In general, or this version of it. You can't get more items. Oh, you son of a... Okay. Hang on. Is there any way to fix that without... No. You know what? Hang on. I'm just going to use my herbs. Screw it. Give me the residence key. The gallery key, I believe, is what that actually was. I mean, Spencer was always just about trying to, you know, do his pet project. All the money was always a secondary concern for him. And you know someone's a rich asshole when billions of dollars are a secondary concern to them. Listen, Luke. Wireless technology is the way of the future. It's 1996, man. Come on. Get with the times. I mean, we know it's literally billions in response to Off the Deep End. Yeah. Okay. I do not know Off the Deep End. Not really. It's also worth noting that he burned money like it was going out of style on his pet project. Probably Loke, yeah. Okay, I kind of want to go save before we hit whatever's in the gallery. So let's go do that really quick. Yeah, what's funny is, near as I can tell about the timeline, correct me if I'm wrong here, Spencer was still doing relatively well, even in Resident Evil 1. Like, the incident in Resident Evil 1 was just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. Then he screwed over Birkin. That was a mistake. That went badly for everybody. Because I think we could, if we obviously there's a bunch of dominoes in this chain, but the really big domino, in my opinion, was going after Birkin. The moment he did that, that was game. Actually, let's see if we can get some more ammo in the grenade launcher here real quick. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, going after Marcus was an idiot idea. If there's one thing that was true about Spencer is that the older he got, the more paranoid he got. I don't mean like paranoid as in cautious. I mean paranoid as in paranoid. As in something is legitimately wrong with his brain. How many ribbons do I have left? 3? Just double checking. Ugh. Yeah, I have 3 ribbons left. It would be nice, Alex Boga. There's probably a program for that somewhere, but I don't know what it would be. I don't remember if Birkin was going to betray him, truthfully. I just remember that he betrayed Birkin. He betrayed everybody, actually. That was Spencer's MO. Worked for me, and the moment you're useless, boom. Yeah, I've been holding on to that ribbon, because Plutonia hinted it might be a puzzle solution thing. So I've been holding on to it. Okay, so new. I mean, Wesker isn't that big of a fish right now, as weird as the sentence as that sounds. I've actually theorized several times that Wesker is one of those Darth Vader characters. Only became a major component of the lore because of how popular it was in the original opening. Because everyone loved Wesker, even in the first game, even back in 1996. He was a standout character for decent reasons. Here we go. White noise. And we'll go ahead and put this towards Teardown. Base game. Tokyo Extreme Racer and Sonic Classic 2D block. You got it. Thank you, as always, Gear White Noise. So, okay. If you decide to do that Wolverale, the only thing that donation will go towards is Lego City Undercover. Is that okay? I can see that, Dark Day. You got it. In that case, we gotta hit the stream brakes. No, Vader wasn't a Krennic. Vader was just a non-character. Like, from an out-of-character perspective, Vader was just the dragon. He was just the chief thug of the actual villain of A New Hope, which was Tarkin. And by implication, the Emperor. Oh, you meant Wesker. I was going to say, yeah, I'm speaking from an out-of-character perspective, because Wesker, I don't think they planned for Wesker to go as far as they. In fact, I would go so far as to say, I almost guarantee they didn't plan for Wesker to go as far as he did. But he was popular. Popular characters tend to carry. A Krennic is someone who thinks he is a bigger fish than he is. Put very, very simply. Yeah, exactly. Vader was literally just an enforcer. He was the muscle. That's it. Complete global saturation. Sorry. Interestingly, no, I don't think Spencer's a Krennic. Spencer really is the big fish in the pond. He just, things got completely out of his control. I mean, his main flaw is so obvious, it's actually stated outright in the games. Hubris. Yeah, Spencer, ignore the fact that he is literally modeled after Palpatine, and literally the actor based his presentation on Ian McDiarmid's presentation of Palpatine. Even ignoring that, he is the Palpatine of the setting. He is the villain. The guy who got all of this stuff rolling and is connected with basically every plot in the franchise. Hey, Maz. Okay, what do we got in here? I see ammo. Ammo's good. I always like ammo. I see bees! I do not like bees as much. Oh god, run, 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 run. Run! A corpse with a contorted expression of pain on his face. He's holding something. Will you take the insecticide spray? Yes. Too dangerous to go any further. Okay. I can work with that. I can work with that. Oh, that is some fast-acting killer spray. Oh my god, what? I just killed your nest. Why are you still here? Ah! Why do you exist? I killed you! I killed you! We killed you! We killed you! Sorry. Do I have to do it again? No? Okay. Are we good? The dead thing's in here now? Okay. So we're gonna back away from that forever. Why would I give a gameplay negative for something that's horror? Sorry. Horror's a story thing. Okay, so that's probably the 003 key. Yep. Didn't I already say hi to Sean? No, I didn't. I said hi to Maz. Hi, Maz. And hi, Sean. But yeah, like, from what I understand, Burke and Marcus and Spencer were all pretty terrible people. They might have been able to accomplish something if they weren't constantly trying to kill each other. Metaphorically and literally. Idiots. It's my fault, Wolverine. The goal is to mentally, I think of treating donations to add something to the list and donations to up interest on the list as two completely separate types of transactions. There we go. Hi, Zach Taft. In other words, you can add something to the list, end statement, or you can increase interest on 3 things on the list. Does that make sense? Is that Marcus off the deep end? And I will put this, speaking of which, towards Pikmin 1 Goodbye, volcano high. And sunless skies. I mean, possibly Plutonia. Thank you, Chill Pangolin, as always. I mean, Marcus was also a sadist. A legitimate sadist, unlike Spencer, who probably just didn't give a damn. No, not yet. Anyways. Oh, hello. Not a very safe room, is it? A dagger? Sure, I'll take that. Yeah, Spencer, there's something wrong with Spencer. Honestly, yeah, I think between Spence... I think the first and only time, this is getting into spoilers a little bit, but I think the first and only time that Spencer ever was even willing to admit that he lost was way after he already had, in fact, lost. Hello? Oh, please tell me there's a frickin' box in here. Similarities in the cellular characteristics of the rapidly growing plant infected by the tyrant virus have been reported in various papers. However, while repeating these experiments, an interesting new fact became clear. We learned that a chemical in the UMB family, UMB number 20, contains a compound that's toxic to the cells of the plant. We have given UMB number 20 a new name, V-Jolt. If calculations prove correct, when V-Jolt is applied directly to the root, the entire plant should be dead within 5 seconds. The V-Jolt can be made by simply mixing the VP and UMB chemicals in a specific ratio. However, extra care must be taken when handling these UMB chemicals. They have been known to generate toxic gas if mishandled. Dark brown. That's apparently what we want. Someone remember that, please, because I won't. Nope, there's an item box over there. Okay, we gotta backtrack. We gotta backtrack for the item box. Okay, hang on. Backtracking. Yeah, Sadler is really small time, which is funny. Because he's like this big... Mwahahaha. And then I will claim the president's daughter and replace her with a mind slave and use her to take over the United States. And it's like, dude. Your plan is stupid. On basically every level, your plan is very stupid. Cool. Plant is becoming more of an issue, speaking of. Yeah, Sadler is a Krennic. That's a great example of a Krennic right there. He is not a big fish at all. And Sir Turbo thinks he is. It kind of does off the deeper end, but I have to admit, I'm one of those weirdos who thinks Resident Evil 4, story-wise, was a good move. I will admit freely and openly that the massive change in gameplay is much more contentious. However, I think that embracing the cheese and just being openly ridiculous about it while still having some semblance of cohesion to it, that's what made 4 stick for me on the narrative axis. Hello, Mr. Master Greg. See, that's where I'm the weirdo, I think, off the deep end. And speaking as not a fan of Resident Evil in general, 4 sung out for me specifically because of the fact that it was just cheesy, ridiculous fun, on top of some cool moments and some genuinely terrifying, set pieces. I mean... If I just pull up Yay Old A website here really quick. Here we go. Resident Evil 4 starts with an R. Hello, there it is. Yeah, scored an 88.11, which probably doesn't sound like a lot, but that's really good. Especially for a GameCube game, which is what we were reviewing. Warts and all, right? Just looking at the points here. Yeah, I didn't give a lot of story negatives, and there were some gameplay irritations. Krauser. Just saying. Alright. This way, right? Yes, yes, yes. This way. Yeah, 4 is when they officially became an action game. I don't know if they were leaning that way before that. I'm not as familiar with 2 and 3 original. But 4 is when they codified it being, you know, action on the gameplay axis. Oh my god, it's Silent Hill again. Also, PG-13 warning. Avert your eyes. Well, obviously I haven't played Veronica. And I never will. Down the roots. So anyways, I'm gonna leave now. Oh! Or I'm not. Oh, okay. That sucks. Alright. That didn't do anything. Of course. Move. Move, Jill. I have no healing items on. I was not ready for a boss fight. At all. So I'm really low on health after that nonsense. Yeah, there's Plant 42. Well. Cool. A little depressing. Okay, hang on. So, hang on. Let's go get our grenade launcher. And then we can pause and say thank you for a full year of support. Remember, anniversary subs count as more. Yeah, I have this grenade launcher just burning a hole in my pocket. Literally, it's white phosphorus, so. That's it off the deeper end? Jesus. It's a longer game than I thought. The longer this goes on, the less likely it is we're actually going to do the other playthrough. I'm just going to say that very openly. Hello, Elizar. Give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and grab a blue. Why not? Okay. Whew. So, first and foremost, thank you For a full year of support, Reptiles Blade. I'll put that anniversary sub to hitting the wrong button. Very important. The NES block, the SNES block, and the Castlevania Classic block. And thank you, Grand Spectre, Emperor Grand Spectre, as always. It's just a terminology. Political is an umbrella term. Bureaucratic usually means boring. That's really all that means. Okay, so... let's go and grab yay old A grenade launcher A. And for no reason, the incendiary rounds. Yeah, let's save. I'm running out of save ribbons. Which block, Grand Spectre? You gotta clarify. Oh, 2D platformer? It's extremely close. If you want me to check, I'm gonna have to do that manually. I use my brain meat, Dark Day. And I don't say that as dismissively. There's no standard. It's just, alright, think. Okay. So clearly the game wants me to care about these things. Oh yeah, totally Dark Day. There's colored lanterns in this? Oh, there are colored lanterns in this room. There's an orange one. There's a green one. And a red one. Okay. It's okay, we got boobs too, Bragrancy. Wrestling, boobs, and butts. What more could you want? Okay, so red, green, orange. Probably in that order. Well, it's 3, 5, and 6. So, actually, 3, 6, 5 in that order. 3, 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, okay. And that's red, green, orange. Yep. Oftentimes, it's dependent on the person who donates for the block to even exist in the first place, too, Dark Day. That's especially important when it comes to a game which has multiple versions of said game. Like this one. It was specifically donated for the 2015 PC port. Because there's at least 3 versions of this game we could have played. I don't know what the eyes are, but we'll just do 3... No? Okay. No? Okay, how about 6, 3, 5, 6, 5, 3? I don't understand. Okay, so hang on. 3, 6. Okay. Sure. Uh... I always liked the idea of Mila Jovovich playing a different character because it helps to distinguish the movies from the games. Okay. She is actually a pretty talented actress. Although I don't see her in much anymore. I don't know if she bowed out or she just hasn't been in things I've been paying attention to. I'm one of those weirdos who thinks that game movies and movie games shouldn't be the same as each other. An opinion I've had for roughly about 35 years now. It's an old opinion. In other words, I prefer an interpretation, put very, very simply. So rather than just Resident Evil, but in a movie form, I like the idea of a Resident Evil movie. Does that make sense? I actually have an example of that, Jurassic Park. I know that's book to movie, but it's the same conversion. Anybody who's read Jurassic Park knows that it has very little resemblance to the movie. But instead they sat down, took the ideas of Jurassic Park, and converted it into film format. Now, that's mostly on Spielberg, as well as his interaction with Crichton, but still. That's true, Alex Bogat, but that's the fault of those films sucking, not the fact that they weren't the same. I mean, I shouldn't have to add, it still has to be good, right? Alice. Oh, sorry. Alright, Sue. Okay. Good morning, Seth. So now I need a 7 and a 3. 3's easy. How do I get a 7? Really? I usually hear the opposite, Alex. In fact, I would go so far as to say that one of the reasons I like the Lord of the Rings films personally is because they are not the Lord of the Rings books, which it's worth noting, I do not like. I never have. But if I could summarize my opinion in one sentence, it's actually very, very simple. I don't care about faithfulness at all. I never have, and I never will. Whether something is faithful to the original or true to the original has no relevance to me, whether it comes to games or books or movies or shows or paintings or anything. All I care about is it good? By the way, this might be one of the first no really puzzles right here. Yeah, I know a lot of people like the books. I'm pretty sure most people like the books, actually. I know a lot of people hate the films because they're not faithful. Okay, so that's a 4. Now we've got a 3. What? No. What? Let me clue you in on something. If you ever wonder why Hollywood adaptations aren't faithful, it's because they're not adaptations. Why does that keep failing? I don't understand what's happening. It's because what they do is they take a pre-existing script, usually a spec script, and change around a few names, and then they adapt that, if that makes any sense. Okay, so that's 7. Yeah, like it's very common. For those of you not aware, a spec script is like a lot of writers will just write a script for a movie, send it in. The film studio will purchase the rights to it and then throw it into a giant bin, both metaphorically and literally. So you'll have this giant bin of scripts, and they're like, okay, we just got the rights to do a Donkey Kong movie. And they'll go to the bin, pull out one of the existing scripts and say, this'll fit. And then they'll change around a few names, and there you go. Boom. There's your Donkey Kong film. That is normal. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, actually, no, I do. I was a step behind myself. That's why. Look, this acid, you don't understand, man. It's so good. Okay, I'm just gonna look this up because I don't actually know what it wants from me. Like, the instructions unclear. Chopped off head. Uh, I already did that, Federation Builder. Like, I made 7, tried to combine 7 with 10 to get 17, and it was like, nope. And also, here's some gas for your trouble. There, done. Well, what's the question, Elizar? I suppose that would make sense, Federation Builder, because see, I was trying to combine 3 with 3 to make 6, because there's this thing called math. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. It's this brand new thing. They just invented it, okay? It's called being strangled by a tentacle monster while trying to go save your game. New thing. Just came out. You gotta pay for that, you know. You gotta pay extra. Whoa. Nope, I don't care about FF11 right now. There we go. Is there stuff that I like in the books more than the movies? No. Oh, sorry, you say is there stuff I like in the books, period. Probably. What am I doing? That's a good question, Reptile's Blade. If only there was some way, like a website, maybe. Or maybe even, like, I don't know, like if you just type !next into chat, there might be some hidden, insane way in which you, too, could understand what we're playing next. In which order, even. Alas, such is the domain of mere madmen. Either way, you're apparently correct, Federation Builder. I was just replaying that in my head, and I think you're right. I was assuming 3 plus 3 equals 6. But you're right, 3 plus 3 equals 3. That would explain why it never actually changed color. And I think Plutonian is correct. I think I was just distracted and didn't notice that until I replayed my own memory of the event. It's like, oh, wait. Whoops. Yep, no. I am going the wrong way. RE4R. Reptile's Blade. You can just ask questions, but you can also type !Q, and that jumps it into the question queue, which is so called for a reason. So, we were actually just talking about this earlier. I don't generally decide what goes into blocks. Also, we don't do blocks anymore. But, when this was originally added, like 5 years ago, the requested games were 1 remake, this version, 2015 RE1, RE2R. It was originally going to be RE3R, but we already reviewed that. RE4R, RE5, and RE6. So these specific games are out of the list. So you'll have to ask everyone else why there's no 0, or Veronica, or 7, or 8, or Revelations, or Revelations 2, or Chronicles. Where am I? And yes, this is my first time playing almost every game on this list. So I use the letter R very deliberately, because there's remasters, there's remakes, there's ports, There's definitive editions. And I feel like there's other versions of that they've come up with names for over the years. And I just define all of that by the letter R. It's a much, 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 much easier, clearer way of saying something rather than saying Resident Evil 4 2015 or Resident Evil 6, but this exact version or whatever. Instead, it's just RE1R. Boom. Where am I? I'm in the wrong spot. That's where I am. I think. Yes, this is my first playthrough of 1, R. My first playthrough of 4, R. My first playthrough of 5, and my first playthrough of 6. I don't remember Roots being over here. I think Platonia's lying to me. I'm not even sure what a super chat is, to be totally honest with you. Can I get back up there from here, or do I have to go around? Let's find out. Let's find out. I mean, direct donations, you can obviously put a message in those, and I obviously read those. You can also use channel points to highlight a message. I suppose that's fair. There's no money transaction there. There's channel points. There's also bits, which charge you a bunch of money, so I don't recommend doing that. My pitch for Resident Evil game. Oh, nice. Got rid of all the bodies. Bottles. Anything else in here? Nope. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure off the deeper end. We'll have to go find out. So, okay. Pitch for a Resident Evil game. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. There's this pharmaceutical company that's invented a way to make zombies. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let me think about that for a second. Got it. Open world, but it's a gacha game. And you have to pay real money. Not only for inventory space, but actually for like the items you use, like the herbs and stuff. And you have to pay money in order to be able to access zones. So each zone actually costs time, and time costs money directly. I mean, that's just Dead Rising at that point. So that is a bit. That probably cost you the equivalent of about $1.30, give or take. And that gives me $1. Speaking of which, thank you, Alex, for the dollar. As with all donations, you can put that towards up to 3 games if you'd like to. No, I haven't played any Dead Rising game, believe it or not. So I'm debating something. I'm not going to do it. I'm too low on ribbons right now. I cannot afford to save. Well, that's a weird sentence. Oh no!
What the hell is this thing?
Barry!
Jill!
I mean, I read all your messages. You don't really need to
I thought
donate
it
for me
was
to read
finished.
something you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not insane enough to have text-to-speech
That
on
was
my stream.
close.
It's a
Thanks
very
again.
stupid thing to
Don't
do.
mention it. But what was that?
Yeah, why did you walk in here with a
What was
flamethrower?
going on in this place?
Now, having said that, there are some streamers who specifically make money off of leaving text-to-speech on and letting people waste money on saying whatever silly, nonsensical, racist, ridiculous, spammy things they want to. And that's how they make their money, is they troll, effectively. I will never answer your question, Lisa. Well, those people need to learn to read quicker then, Alex. Speaking of which, Wolfenstein, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout London. Whoops, hang on. I mean, of course they would, Elizar. It'd be ridiculous. Why wouldn't they? I saw that, Plutonia. By the way, that's actually fraud. As in, he could be pulled, if someone bothers, he could be charged criminally for that act. I don't think he knows that. Because I don't think he knows anything. First of all, thank you, Grand Spectre. Always appreciate you. Second of all, you can put that towards up to 3 things, not just 1. Man, I wouldn't respect me. I'm a loser. Living out of a suitcase on an inflatable mattress in my sister's dad's house. Watching my niece's cat. I guess I could unequip my grenade launcher now. Is that it? Is that the helmet key? Oh my god, it might be the final key. We're totally at the end of the game now. The helmet key. At long last.
Barry.
Something about that mansion still bothers me. But I think I'll stay here a little longer. We should split up again and investigate.
That is the smartest thing. Barry is keeping an eye on the surrounding area. You do you. No, we've probably got like 1 billion hours left. I have been there, Alex Bogat. I do not recommend. Dreamland 3. So, fun fact, I actually haven't played all the way through Dreamland 3 before. So that'll be a foist for me. No, we're in the Residence Federation build. A completely different situation. You got it. Donkey Kong Bonanza? I haven't decided yet. I'm actually leaning towards no, Mr. Red. We'll see. I certainly didn't charge for a double playthrough. Donkey Kong Bonanza. And Bug Fables. You got it. Yeah, if we're only a third of the way through the game, I'm gonna just go ahead and say right now, we're not doing a crisp playthrough. That ain't happening.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say.
I apologize. It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
I understand. Anyway, it's good that you're safe.
Did you notice? Barry, he sounded a little flaky.
Now that you mention it, yeah. I'll keep a close eye.
Maybe it's quite natural under these circumstances. It's not really our standard operation. Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
I agree.
There are still rooms in that mansion we can't get into because they're locked up. I've been looking for ways to...
Okay, if there's anything, I'll go back to the other mansion.
I'm counting on you.
Extremely natural conversation. Listen, we can't just go out of any window and just outside. That would be the domain of madness. Okay, so there's 3 plot items I still don't know what 4, sorry, plot items I still don't know what to do with. Is there an outside? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, we'll call that good right now. You don't understand. This is my normal voice I use. I would like a number 3, large-sized. Hold the pickles. Look, there's no way out, okay? We cannot...
Brad, come in, Stars Alpha Team. Come in.
This is Jill!
Does anybody hear me?
I hear you, Brad. Over.
Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is Brad.
Brad?
Damn it, Brad.
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
Jill to Brad. Can you hear me?
No, Jill.
Brad.
Jill, why are you so stupid?
Brad! Shit. It's broken.
That is the 2nd time you have stated that. To my knowledge, yes, Crazy Horse. Frickin' Brad. Hold on. That's an unusual attack, but okay. Oh, right, we never got the battery. She'll just slap on a uniform one day. I was like, you know what? I'm a cop. I don't know why she has that accent. Oh my god, come on, game. There we go, there we go. Okay, they didn't poison me. Good. Oh god, irons. Look, I'm just saying to get out here and do this thing. Doesn't really get the big snakes going on there. Just do the burrito, you know, working. She needs help, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. Jill is fine. I thought Irons, like, went crazy in the original or something. I don't know. I have a vague memory of that. My favorite memory of Irons is actually watching a speedrun of it during a GDQ event. And since they try to avoid cussing during those GDQ events because they're big family events... And if you're not aware, Irons is a hell of a potty mouth. So the Guardians kept being like, ah, every time he opened his mouth. Just so they wouldn't have to hear it. Okay, so, crocodiles? Turtles? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, maybe? Something like that. Ah, I take that back. They didn't look like ninjas to me. Yeah, Battletoads. Why not? Why not? Why can't you equip the rounds of ammo? Dang it. Why are those for the grenade launcher? God damn it. You mean the movies or the games, Alex? That scene got overblown. I'm just gonna say that. It does say for the grenade launcher. Oh yeah, right. So I was actually kind of curious why Plutonia commented that this puzzle was easy. Now here's the funny part. This is a completely useless item. In fact, I'm not sure this will do anything for me at this point, other than fill out the map progression. Yeah, woo! We have a map now. Cool. Yeah, that sounds horrifying, Ooh, girl. I mean, it looks like at a glance that the only rooms, 2 rooms I haven't been through are the ones I already knew about. Which are the helm door, which I'm not going to open right now. Because I got to go write down a donation from Game Geek. Towards sunless skies and 2 other things, Game Geek. And those 2 other things are things that you're gonna say. Thank you very much, Game Geek, as always. All right. Let's do this, I suppose. I hope there's no hunters upstairs. It's a pretty good speedrun game. I've seen several runs in my career. Time, whatever you want to call that. It makes me wonder if they'd gone with the original idea and made this more overtly religious / satanic / whatever, how that would have done. Hi. Huh. Now you know the rules. You can't follow me into the safe room. That's why they call it that. Okay, so let's dump the shotgun. Bullets for the revolver, which I don't even have yet. Do hunters stay dead? Asking for a friend. Either way, I think the answer to your question is yes, Alex. Sorry, I forgot to answer in my little anecdotiness. Yeah, I think you can make these kind of games more grounded and make it wake. That needs a crest. I still don't know what it is. That needs... I have no idea what. That is a helm door. Helm door, helm door, helm door. Let's do the nearby helm door first. Which I believe is this way, and I am correct. A tyrant in that room. I need to get to the save room. Rrrr. Stars. No, I need to get to the save... Stars! Okay, look. Okay, so like... Ah! Camera. Okay. A little bit, yeah, of objects. It feels... And this is going to sound strange. It feels crude? Maybe default? It feels less than Metroidvanias I'm used to, but I suppose that makes sense that this is fundamentally a game from '96. And I mean, no good Metroids had come out before '96, right? Right. Actually, point of order, when did Soten come out? Oh, that's just mean game. No, I know Super Metroid came out before this. That was basically the joke. I was asking when Soten came out, which is the other really good Metroidvania from back in the day. 97. Okay, so that actually was after this. Oh my god, camera! God damn it! Actually, no, not yet. Okay, now press it. There's a concept called time to beat, or time to solution, excuse me. It's the amount of time it takes the player to go from when they figured out the solution to a puzzle to actually implementing the solution to the puzzle. Should I bring up for any particular reason right now? Oh my god. Oh my god. Game! Game! A battery pack. Sure. Let's play James for a second. I can't get out. I've tried every way to escape, only to be faced with the reality that I'm trapped. I've been everywhere. The laboratory with the large glass tubes filled with formaldehyde, those dark, wet, and eerie caves. What can I do? First thing I want to believe my eyes, but familiar high-heeled shoe in the corridor. It was like a reflex. One name came to my mind. Jessica. I don't want to believe they share the same fate as me. No, I can't give up hope. I have to hope they're alive. They super aren't. Well, at least she isn't. I haven't had anything to eat or drink for the past few days. Feel like I'm going crazy. Why is this happening to me? Why do I have to die like this? I was too obsessed with designing this ghastly mansion. I should have known better. It was a dark and damp underground tunnel and another dead end, but even in the darkness, something caught my eye. Carefully, I lit the last match I had to see what it was. A grave, but deeply engraved in the stone was my name. At that instant, it all became clear to me. Those bastards knew from the beginning I'd die here and fall right into their trap. It's too late now. I'm losing it. Everything's coming too far away. Lisa, Jessica, forgive me. Because of my ego, I got you both involved in this whole damn conspiracy. Forgive me. May God justify my death in exchange for your safety. Well, they weren't safe. Spoilers. No, you don't. No, you don't get to move. You don't get to move. That's not how this works. That's why I have the grenade launcher. Oh, this is the far... You know what? For the sake of total accuracy, why don't we go ahead and play the original music intended for this area? It's worth noting this is not a joke. You know, I don't even know what to add to this, honestly. Yeah, this area is where this music plays, apparently. I gotta go with the asterisk there, but... Yeah, so the stated reason was that, oh, I'm deaf, so I made music while being deaf. Most people agree the dude was just full of crap. Hello, cat. How are you? I'm about to be eaten. Yeah, I know you don't care. Okay, well, power restored. Cool. Look, I saw a giant spider, Seth. There's only one response for a giant spider. Oh, hey, the kitchen. He's just a happy coincidence. Yeah, this place doesn't feel like it's very well wired. You know? I would be totally down with giant crabs. Fine, I'll be more efficient. God. If I take any damage here, though, I'm blaming you. I would tell her no, Sean. Straight up, flat out. No, not really, Elizar. Look, Jill, she's new at this, okay? So, problem with zombies is everything. Put extremely simply. Like, zombies aren't gonna happen. It's just... I don't even have words to put into terminology exactly how unlikely it is. Every single zombie movie, game, show, book out there has to use giant massive swaths of magic smeared over the setting to make it viable at all. Aliens are more likely, so I don't know what aliens have to do with anything. But I'd go with yes. There's the frickin' battery. Now that my inventory's full. That's irritating. Any zombies I can actually believe? Yeah, Warcraft. Another way. I'm going the other way, okay. I mean, that's pulling a hell of a technically if you consider, you know, chemically controlled, barely controlled sock puppets, excuse me, flesh puppets as zombies. I guess I could go grab the battery now. Do that. Look, there's nothing quite like an underslug, I'm just saying. I know it's actually a full grenade launcher, not an underslug. But it feels the same, you know? Yay, battery. Oh god, where the hell was that for? Hey, Cat, where was the battery for? Do you remember? Remember where it was? Where's the battery for? Where's the battery? Yeah, feel better, Cat. Feel better. It's a good point. We need to eat the brains of the spiders. That doesn't narrow it down as much as you'd think, Reptile's Blade. Where was the battery for? I actually don't remember. Courtyard elevator. That's right. Way out there. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. And there's the sun. Oh, God, the sun. Oh, God, the blindingness. I can barely see the screen all of a sudden. Well, let's go finish using our helmet doors. And by helmet doors... No, that's what I mean. Helmet doors. My god, I used the words correctly. Do you know how rare that is for me? Alright, what's in this helmet door? An X day is drawing upon us. Execute the following procedures with 1 week. Prompt actions are demanded. Lure stars to the estate and obtain BOW's raw combat data against stars. Collect 2 embryos of each mutated specimens as samples, including the tyrant. Dispose of the tyrant. Ensure complete disposal of the Arclay laboratory, including all personnel and test animals. Disguise their deaths as an accident. When the above procedures are executed, report to headquarters for further instruction. If for some reason you're unable to execute the procedures by the deadline, report immediately. In case of emergency situations, report directly to extension 5691. Good luck. That does sound like fun, Reptile's Blade. I mean, I could answer that question, Alex. Capital L lore runs were a limited resource, is how I like to explain that. There's only so many games that exist that I can go with the level of depth I require for a capital L lore run. So, we did all of them. Done. Now we've moved on to lowercase l lore runs. Also known as suckitudes. I'll be right back. I don't see how, Alex. How is that even possible? I've never played the game before. I'm so sorry, Magister. If you need help, just let us know. Hugs, you know. Well wishes in your time of need. God damn it, I just sat down. Firefox, 100%. Okay, so... can't move this anymore. I mean, that's just a lowercase L low run out at that point, Alex. Which is what we did. Capital L low run involves a whole lot more research, understanding, in-depth explanations, cheating, a bunch of other stuff. Honestly, I am just a little bit bothered that you think I didn't do that. Like, we discussed James and his motivations and his mentality quite a bit during those runs. Especially in the remake, where they did a much better job of showing it. I give up. Pumpernickel. How do I get this stupid thing to stay on the stupid yellow? So it's blue and yellow, so it'll open the tiger statue. Man, we could try shooting the bird. Okay, face this way. Run! It's true, my inventory is full right now. Although that's an extremely fixable problem. Oh hey, the zombie's gone. Ah! In recommendation on how to go about streaming. Okay. The first and most obvious piece of advice I can give you about streaming, and I don't mean this in any way as an unkindness, so don't take it that way, is do not expect viewers. If you start your first stream and 0 people show up, or 2 people show up, take that and own it. Do not expect to have 80 people your first stream. Second piece of advice is to figure out something you want to stream and stick with what you want to do. People will respond better to that anyways. Now, there are ways to game the system and try to be manipulative and coercive, all kinds of other fun stuff like that. But at the end of the day, unless you want to be a grifter, and we're just going to call that what it is, I would recommend just picking something you really want to do and streaming that. Yeah, no, I am a worthless, dinky, insignificant nobody on the internet. And I am in the top, probably like 0.5% of streamers. That's not a brag. Like, I've managed nothing in my career of like 15 years at this point. Well, there's actually a lot of problems with going grifter, ignoring the obvious morality involved. Actually, that's another thing. So Bregman says just be yourself. Let me kind of disagree with that. What you should probably do is decide, do you want to be yourself, or do you want to have a persona that you put on? No judgment in either direction. People respond well to both. Hello. No, I do not, Magister. So, I think part of the problem, Alex, is we have a very long-standing policy. Okay, yeah, so it didn't count. Okay. That we don't spoil things, even for capital L low runs. That's been a policy since, like, 2012 or something like that. So, for example, you'll notice I haven't even mentioned the big spoiler of Silent Hill 2, nor will I. And we couldn't actually talk about that until very, very far into the Silent Hill 2 run, because it's revealed so late in the game. So, by necessity, a lot of games like that tend to get more discussion towards the end of the game rather than the beginning, because right now, well, there's just not a lot to really discuss. Not without just straight up spoiling it. This way. Game. I love how I leave the room, come back, and the cupboard has moved. This place is haunted. I'm telling you. It's actually a good way to put that, Uthor. Either way, point remaining. Capital L low runs, they don't exist for very, very good reasons, because there is nothing left. There's nothing left that I can do at that level of depth and work and understanding and experience. I have run the gamut. The oil wells have run dry. I agree, Magister, and I'm grateful that a lot of other people agree, too. Okay, other than camera-y issues, what am I doing wrong here? What was that over there? Okay, so my assumption was that we were trying to get this stupid thing to be facing yellow, and then I'd leave while it's facing yellow. In the doing, I would have it stuck on blue and yellow, at which point the tiger puzzle would be solved. Absolutely. No. The no spoilers thing has been pretty solid for quite a while at this point. Okay, so, since I now know that it's basically the opposite of what I was trying to do, and there's our 2 gems. Boy, we got that blue gem early, too. Wow. I guess we'll shelve the grenade launcher. That feels sad to say that. No, see, I'll tell you what the issue is, and this is the issue. I don't make enough money. Hang on, that's not an e-beg. I don't want you all to give me more money. It's just a statement of fact. Do you know how most big streamers and big YouTubers make it? Other than grifting. They have an editor. And an editor is for people like Alex. I sit down, I stream, we have chat, we talk, it's cool, we review the game, everything's cool. Awesome. But then there's people who don't have time, either to be there live or to watch, 16 hours of a VOD. They watch the 40-minute version of the video, which has been edited. You're probably thinking, what does that have to do with money? Editors are expensive. I don't make enough money to afford my own rent. Never mind being able to afford someone else's. I could also edit myself, at which point I've basically decided to stop spending any time with friends and family. And that's not me being facetious. Right now, my day is eaten up by streaming, off-stream paperwork, friend and family time, and sleeping. That's it. That's my day, every day. That's not a complaint. But the point is, I do not have time to squeeze in editing. The one time I tried to, I had to push out one of the other things, because time is a finite resource and all that. Oh, this room. I don't care about this room. Where am I? Going the wrong way. That's where I am. Ah, there it is. Didn't even see it. Sure, I'll take the disc. What a weird mansion. So we probably technically could have put in this blue gem a while ago. Ah, it's just ammo. Mo discs, no problems. I mean, I'll take shoddy ammo, but... Hey, Bulgarian beach whale. Uh-oh, hang on. Got an AI bot. Uh-oh. Okay, so this thing... Yeah, Spencer specifically sought out this guy because he loved how eccentric he was. And Spencer was, well, I don't want to say he's crazy, but he's a bored rich billionaire. So, you know. And yeah, of course, the moment Puzzle Co. got involved, that was just the end of that, really. Thank you, Linnea Ruth, for the sub, as always. Well, okay, Lunarith, I suppose I can accept that. I guess. And you know the question. If you want to put it up to 3 things, yada, yada, yada. Has there been... Oh, yeah, there was that Resident Evil set on an island. Except I can't... Dead Island, that was it. Dead Island. I think Death Island? Man, I don't know. Whatever. We'll put that towards Urquan Masters, Wing Commander, and we'll put it towards WoW Within. Back Within. Apparently Code Veronica and Rev 2 were on islands. I was making a joke. A very dumb, stupid, worthless, terrible, awful joke, but a joke nonetheless. You know, that's actually a good point, Uthor. What the hell? Okay, so... I've got a CD? I need to... Hang on. So this is a remaster of a remake, Lunaruth. There's a reason I just use R to qualify things like this. What is this? It's RE1R. Technically, this is RE1RR. But at that point, I think we're getting a little silly. Then again, someday I may have to refer to FF4RR. So... Let's go this way. I mean, Umbrella just blows money on things. That's a great idea. Guys. Let's call this Resident Evil. You mean Resident Evil 1? No. Just Resident Evil. I've never played Odyssey. Well, that's not true. I've never beaten Odyssey, so I couldn't lore on that either. Oh, that's right. Res 1 didn't. Res 1 didn't evil. Okay, so let's dump off the shotgun shells. I hate to get rid of puzzle. I've still got the lure without a hook, the wooden mount, the square crank, and I thought there was something else. I guess that's it at the moment. Yeah, I think that's it at the moment. I really hate to blow an ink ribbon, but let's go ahead and blow an ink ribbon. Eagle of the South, Wolf of the North. Hang on. Thought. Yeah, wait, what? The doorknob's been repaired? What? Not that I'm complaining, but what? Guys, I'm gonna run now. Possibly for my life. I do still have the ribbon. Hang on, we're doing something weird. We've engaged weird mode. Let's see. Weird mode is when Hideo Kojima and Suda51 put together a game. Can I name a game that legitimately scared me? So, I swear I'm not trying to be pedantic. Can you define scared for me? Excellent definition, thank you. Okay, this doesn't go here. I was wondering. So let's start with what scared is not. That's easier. So first and foremost, scared is not jump scares. Just get that out of the way. So scared could be something that makes you tense. Scared could be, whoops, wrong way. Scared could be something that, you know, like you're just kind of a little, you're not like terrified, but you're on edge the whole time, kind of holding your breath, you know, like something like that. I would also say that scared could be something that just makes you just stop and be like, oh my god. I know that's not really scare, that's more horror, but still, I'd say that qualifies. You know what, I'm going to take that back. That doesn't qualify at all. Fling it out the window. So the last game that made me feel tense was Silent Hill 2R just a few months ago. That was actually very recent. But that feels like cheating. So before that... Before that, I'd have to think. Yeah, for example, Silent Hill 2 Original didn't do anything for me at all. So, no scared there. The fourth zone in War Within. There's actually several areas, but several areas in the fourth zone of War Within are legitimately quite tense. I actually have an organization to it, believe it or not, Federation Builder. Nah, Pyramid Head didn't do anything to me, and the mannequins didn't do anything to me either. That's another thing. Something you want me to talk about Silent Hill 2? I'll talk about something. One of the most common things I heard talked about way before I ever actually picked up and played Silent Hill 2 was how it's, the whole game is a giant metaphor for his starved libido. Then I actually played the game myself. Allow me to disagree with that. Well, there are a couple of obvious elements with regards to his libido. For the most part, that's very understated in the original, to the point where I barely think it's even part of the thing. I would say it's far more about his guilt and his guilt about feeling guilty than anything else. Because first you got the obvious guilt, but then you have the guilt about feeling guilty. Because when you feel guilty, you can also feel shame. That's really gross. I love really gross things. Nothing's changed. I never thought that this room I designed as an experiment would pay off like this. I can hide here safely for a while because nobody knows the secret behind this painting. Not even Sir Spencer. Painting of a mansion in the back of an art room. Okay. Cool. It's depressing. Cool. Actually, it does spend one eye. It's one of the ways... So a lot of times, you'll hear fiction use the words, he went insane with grief, or he went mad with guilt, or something similar to that. That's usually what that means. Compounded guilt. And yeah, I didn't play the DLC of Cyberpunk, but I could see the rest of that working that way. Jewelry box. Yeah, no, she bounces off him pretty hard, Alex. Which makes sense. That's not where his brain's at right now. Remember, Silent Hill, the entity, the setting, is all about what you bring in with you. This is something we actually did talk about quite a bit there. Nothing that is there is something that you didn't bring into the town with you. So all of that is just his own desires, guilt, feelings of shame, feelings of lack of worthiness, uncertainty, fear, all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, it's a mirror. Exactly. Silent Hill is a mirror. Disco Elysium was depressing. Yeah, meanwhile the cult's just okay, so is this it? Is this thing? Okay, well, let's get out of here then. Live and let live, I say. Live and conserve ammo. I mean, let live. Live and let die. All right. What did the patch do, Thor? What do we know? No. You mentioned that. Cars, right? New cars. Oh, come on, Nick. That's right. Delamain's thing was the other big thing. Come on, Kane. You know, I like variety in general, right? Pretty much everyone knows that about me. And it's always kind of vaguely sad to me that it's such a rare thing because the people who actually make things want safe things. Safe things, by definition, are not variety. They're just same old, right? And I bring all that up because this could be out of absolutely left field. So I got a thing of Oreos on my desk, right? Oreos are great. You like Oreos, right? No, you don't like Oreos. Okay. No judgment. Not everyone likes Oreos. Why don't they have more interesting flavors of Oreos? Now, I know what you're going to say. They do, but, I mean, they don't. In reality land, no, they don't. You can't even custom order the really cool things for Oreos. You could just, you get lucky if there's a special print run going on, and that's it. Because they don't want to actually bother with the time and expense and effort. Yeah, exactly. Why would they do that? Why would they bother when they could just sell Oreos? Oreos sell. Obviously, I've got a pack of them right here. Like, I was just thinking all the different cool, interesting flavors you could have with Oreos. Obviously, there's some basic stuff like cherry Oreos or like, I don't know, like cinnamon Oreos. But you know what would be really cool? And I mean this with sincerity. Like, how about jalapeno Oreos? Because that just sounds really good to me. Or, let's see, what would be another interesting one? How about, wasabi Oreos? Which is basically horseradish, but still. Okay, let's try something not spicy. How about lightly salted Oreos? There's a lot of ways you could take that, right? You can do salted caramel flavor. Oh no, nobody would buy at Chill Pangolin. And I don't give a crap, because I don't care about their profit margins at all. I want something actually good in the world. I don't give a goddamn if they're making money doing it, Chill Pangolin. Yeah, horchata Oreos. Strawberry Oreos. Let's see. Yes, I'm actually going the wrong way. I bet you money that salted licorice Oreos would be very enjoyable to people who happen to like that. Oh, there are strawberry ones, and there are pistachio ones, and there's, like, honey ones. There's all kinds of cool ones. They don't exist, though. They don't actually make them, like I said. You go to the grocery store, you will see plain, slightly more stuffing, and occasionally one extra flavor. Sometimes. Maybe. What? There's nothing there? Okay. I wasn't actually ready for that. Oh, God! Where am I going? Where am I going? Alright, hang on, hang on. We gotta recoup. That's true, Alex. Yeah, Coke Oreos and Pepsi Oreos. Those sound interesting. Weed Oreos? Well, that's probably illegal in some places. That's the other thing, Federation Builder. It depends on where you live. I live in Whiteville. No offense to white people. Where the spiciest thing you can get is white bread. And you get exactly 2 types of cereal, cookies, and everything. You get the basic default vanilla flavoring of everything. Spiciest thing I've eaten in the last month? So, I actually bought some jalapenos myself. And we need a new word for vanilla. Yeah, vanilla's good. No, this is plain. Plainville. We'll call it Plainville. Is that less offensive? I bought some jalapenos and just slapped them down on a sandwich, and that's it. It was a sandwich I was making. Okay, so I've decided not to go down this hallway. Well then, congratulations, Federation Builder. You do not live in Whiteville. Okay, so let's just do this. There we go. Jalapeno limeade? Oh, that sounds cool. I should try that sometime. Yeah, who knows? We might be moving to a neighborhood that actually has flavor in it. It depends on the region, Seth. Like, you down in Carlsbad? I mean, that's straight up, like, you're gonna get some really good Mexican food down there. A little bit further south, it starts to blur a bit. Ironically, as you get around the San Diego area, it gets a little bit more commercialized. LA County? I actually don't know the LA area that much. I used to live around Pomona, if you know where that is. And my grandparents had a villa up there. Yeah, that's about it. So that door is a nope. I did want to check out one more thing, but I got freaked out. All right. Is the housing situation getting better? It isn't getting better, but thank you for asking. Sorry, I was trying to turn that into a joke, and I realized that sounded flippant and, like, bitter. And I wasn't trying to sound bitter. Right now, I'm at the wonderful phase of just wait. It's the only thing I can do is just wait. And that's what I'm doing. Do you know I wasn't even going to set up my computer here? Because the amount of time I was supposed to be spending here was supposed to be measured in, like, a couple of weeks. I don't remember how long it's been. I've actually lost track. I'm pretty sure we're approaching month 2. When did I start? Someone do me a favor. When did I start the Guild Wars 2 run? Real question. Because that's how long I've been here. Oh, people are looking like every day. In fact, I bet you money if I check security on the house right now. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's nothing more permanent than a temporary solution. Ain't that the truth? The last time someone came by the house to check it out was Tuesday. Oh, so it's been almost a week since anyone's checked out the house. There you go. I have been here since June 14th. So, at a glance, we're at about 5 weeks now. I've been here for about 5 weeks. Admittedly, while my situation isn't exactly great, what's really starting to panic me is I'm thinking about the kids. Like, school supposed to start soon. There's, like, they don't have a place to go to school. They don't have a place to go to school from. Well, there's this nice house I can recommend, Huthor. I spent about a month of my life killing myself getting it all clean and fixed up for you. Let's go and dump the healing item for now. Hate to do that, but honestly, I need the space right now. Depends on the area, Magister, but either way, August or September. The HOA does suck, I ain't gonna lie to you. The HOA is garbo. I'm really scared for the cat, too. No joke. Like, I know it hasn't been that long, but I would like for him to go back to his family before, like, any distancing happens there between him and them. Especially her, since he is specifically my eldest niece's cat. Yeah, so I know there's a lot more that goes into it than this, but let me go ahead and share a thought I had recently. If houses cost about 10% of what they do right now, if you just chopped off a zero at the end of it, right? 100,000 house becomes a $10,000 house. Housing and moving would very, very suddenly be a much more solved issue. There's more complexity into that, but just picture this for a second. So let's look at my exact situation. It's like, okay, so one of us goes to the intended new destination, which is actually that way, heads over that way, sets up, finds a new house, it's like, here, boom, puts down the money for the house, probably buys it outright. Here you go. Chakunk. Okay. New place set up, ready to go, get the utilities on, get everything set up. The rest of the people move as gradually or as quickly as needed. If the kids need to move quickly to get set up a school, they can come over quickly. If you know, we need to move the animals, we can fly them, etc. All of a sudden, there's no issue at all. All of a sudden, it goes from being this nightmare state of hellishness, which is only even being as this good, because of the fact that we have two parents who both have separate houses that people can live in. Right? Like, this what we're going through right now is a good outcome, and that's just disgusting when you think about it. Okay. Did I dump off everything? I did. So now I gotta remember how to get outside. I don't actually remember how to get outside. Hang on. And yeah, like Huthor's situation, right? Huthor finds a new place, and it's like, okay, boom, this place. I want this place. It's a lot cheaper, so he can go ahead and put down money, get that sucker going, transition over, end the old place. Yeah, housing's a problem everywhere, by the way. I'm not bashing the states. Housing is a problem everywhere. Except Austria. Alright, are we talking, like, in real life money, or in, like, fantasy land, where the economy isn't extremely terrible? Oh my god, snakes, Linnerith! No, look out, there's snakes! Real life money. $1. I will give you $1 for this haunted, cursed mansion from hell. In Fantasyland, only $1. You want to pay more for this place, Luke? You go ahead. Then I have not done my research, J. Palmer. Okay, so we turned in the battery, but, like, what did that do? Okay. Yeah, no kidding, Lineros. You can pay me $1. I will still tell you no. Now, my grandparents, who I remind you are quite well off, actually had their house custom built too. That was much more recently, though. Because, you know, rich. Oh god, I remember mail order houses. You remember that? I mean, that's even in Red Dead Redemption 2. No, seriously. It's basically the same concept. They give you plans, they give you lumber. It gets shipped to your spot in like a giant frickin' truck flatbed, you know? That sounds like a cool game idea, Linear Ruth. I'm gonna steal that. Guys, I just came up with a great game idea, which I came up with, and nobody else inspired whatsoever. For real, hear me out, because I like her idea. So, you find a house, and it's filled with something. It doesn't have to be zombies. It could be demons, zombies, monsters, giant, like plant, overgrown plant death, man-eating plants, you know, mutants, aliens. And your job is to clear out the house and then get it set up to be habitable. And the better job you do, while doing the least amount of damage to the house, the more money you get out of it, which affords you more gear and more kit. Yeah, I heard you say that, Alex. I avoid it. Whoop, hello. There we go. You do not get a vacuum cleaner, no. Ghosts, that's another one. Ghosts. Yeah, no, I think you hit gold on there. That's a great idea. I will back you if you make that game. I don't have a lot of money, but I'll try. I mean, you could toss an explosive, but then you get no money out of the sale. Because you just destroyed the house. That's true, property still has value, so you'd get some money out of it, but it would be like a pittance, right? Especially since you didn't clear out the rubble that you just created. Okay, so, pumpernickel, hell. I give up. I give up. What am I supposed to do next? I've got a book thing. God, I don't remember what else. I've got like an eagle symbol. I've got a crankshaft. I've got a wooden mount thing. I do still have the head key. I don't know where the last head door is. There's, it could be that door. I think that's like the last door I haven't interacted with. Undrain the water. Undrain. Okay, okay. Undrain the water. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I got the emblem out of the book, so I don't have the book anymore. That's where I got the eagle emblem. That's actually a good point, Blade Jabal. I have played Max Payne 2 on camera, and I played 1 for a rumination. Yeah, but I figured Lisa was still in the cabin. Ugh, fine. Probably quicker. Oh, it's for a map. Okay, thank you, Control-Alt-Fail. I will mentally ignore the mount for the rest of the game. Yeah, 3 is on the list for eventual playthrough. Is this place $1 million view? No! You missed it earlier, Gum Gum, but I would only pay $1 for this. Imagine if there's, like, challenge modes, right? You don't have to do the challenge modes. They're extra requirements. They're mutators, right? But each one gives you a bonus money or a bonus multiplier to the amount they're willing to pay for it. You successfully get rid of this place filled with zombies without shedding a single bit of blood anywhere. They're willing to pay through the nose for that. This is irritating. Wow. Where's the shed? Where's the shed? There we go. Oh man, that would be funny. I bet you there's a YouTube for that somewhere, Huthor. Real life realtor values Resident Evil Spencer Mansion, or the Mountains Mansion, or whatever this place is actually called. Yeah, that was a Crimson zombie. That's why I just ran from that. Yeah, like lure them out, you know, Loke. Or get them all into one room, and then burn the room to the ground. Or maybe just use fire damage, but you'll be doing damage to the house as you go if you do that. The land has all the value. The pipes still work, but the foundation's weak. All right. Oh yeah. What's the lure without a hook? That's another thing I still haven't figured out. What else do I have? The MO disc. I just got that, so I don't want to hear that. We do have the crank. And there's the metal and the jewelry box, which I'm still trying to figure out. I'm going to put my recent puzzle items in my inventory here. How are we doing on ammo? Ammo. Not great. The Lure Without a Hook, directed by J.J. Abrams. Oh, the eagle goes to the cemetery, which means that implies I need 2 more, or I just need to place it correctly. Either way, I'll leave it on my inventory. Lure without a hook is whatever. Oh, got it. Well, there's a look that goes in the. Oh God, I don't remember what now. That was where Barry was like, "I'm not a traitor." What? No, I'd never kill you, Jill. It's for my . All right, so Alright, and we're critically low on save, so I'm not even going to try to save. We're long past saving. Aha, come on. Please. Oh my god. Back. There you go. I like it, Linear. This is a great idea. Unironically. Got him. I think. I don't see any blood. I did burn him, though. Maybe all the blood burned. Oh my god. I just thought of a great name for a game. It's called Bloodburner. I don't know what the game is. I have no idea what the game is, but it's called Bloodburner. Yeah. No, it's a vampire hunting game. Yes, of course I remember the Sarge. Who doesn't remember Sarge? Yeah, we'll just use the mansion as a very big toilet. So the box in my inventory right now is... It's got an indentation right there. And that's where I'm at with the box. So that means he's an evil oppressor, Gum-Gum. Interesting. Tell me more. I always knew he was secretly evil. You start out with a lighter and an aerosol can. And that's it. What? Okay, how about this one then? Blah, 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 blah. No? Moving on. I mean... Call it Rent. I don't know, I like that musical. It's really depressing. Seriously, don't watch Rent if you don't want to be depressed. Especially now. Like, Rent hit hard a while ago. It's worse nowadays. I actually went to that with a girlfriend of mine, which will tell you how long ago that was. And I was just bawling by the end of it. No, that's right, that's right. Well, Heedless Fire, that's a good question. I was originally thinking about doing 2 playthroughs, and then I spent like 20 hours doing the Jill playthrough. So I'm getting more and more inclined to not doing a second playthrough. I wonder if there's like a super efficient route walkthrough, like a bullet point walkthrough. Of just, use this item in this room, use that item in this room. Do this here, do that here. Get a speedrun. They're going to use tricks I can't do. I've seen Resident Evil speedruns. They're crazy. I still have the crank. Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but whatever. Oh, I get it, because now I can go around. That's why I bothered to get the battery. I was wondering what the point was getting the battery in the elevator. It's so I can go around. Like, I wondered this earlier when I put the battery in. I was just like, okay. That is not possible, Colgrim. I mean, it isn't very evil, Gum Gum. It's a very video game, which is kind of awesome. I do like my video games. Echo Vold Wilds, remind me. Oh, thank God, a box. Well, I'm just gonna shelve this, because... And that's it. Oh, a tape. A tape. Which means a save. I wasn't gonna save. I'm getting pretty low on ink. My skin is bare. Okay, I'm being told to shelve the box. Shelving the box. I obey. I'm also gonna shelve the metal. I'm just gonna shelve everything. Screw it. I don't care. I don't care. Nobody cares. We can always backtrack. It's fine. It's fine. A hexagonal hole? I don't have any hexagonal things. Okay. Alright. No, I did not know that. Gum Gum. Doesn't surprise me, though. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about, Colburn. And yeah, Echovold, yeah, I wasn't super fond of Echovold. I mean, honestly, most of the End of Dragon zones weren't great on the gameplay axis. Frankly. Yeah, I did not enjoy 100%ing End of Dragons. I haven't even used the damn thing. I may someday. I'm an axe. I'm gonna see what the new elites are. See if I care. Oop. I know, Goldrum. We gotta fight this gang war. Do we, though? Okay. Alright, hang on. Have fun, Colgrim. Fighting gang wars. While the end of the world is happening. o'clock you're going to bed. Don't blame me on that one either. I mean, I was actually eyeballing that Control-Alt-Fail. Because, like, it's one of the only places I haven't done anything with yet. Because that leads up to here, I believe. And that's a door I haven't opened yet. I think that's a helm door. In fact, I'm like 90% certain that's a helm door. So, yeah. Let's do some backtracking. Nothing at all, Gum Gum. Zero. Zip. Zilch. I hear Spencer's a great dude. The progenitor virus wasn't invented until Resident Evil 4, I think. I used to call it the mother virus. What else? Alex doesn't exist. We don't talk about her. Shaft. Oh. Let's see, what else? Sadler was always an idiot. Well, it kind of depends, Plutonia. I've actually discussed a lot of Metroidvanias in my career. And let me tell you, the critical thing that differentiates backtracking, good backtracking from bad backtracking, is what you do with it. Is it good? Is it bad? Is there something new? Is there something different? Do you have different kit? Is there different stuff to solve in the way? Is it functionally a different hallway, even though it's the same hallway?
You, Jill.
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Stop! Are you with anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Enrico!
No. The guy I never even heard of before this very moment in time. Who could be the traitor? Oh. Whoever did this was definitely a professional. You saw it happen right in front of you. Okay, is this the hexagonal crank? Please be the hexagonal crank. Oh, I've never been so happy to see a hexagon in my life. Yeah, fun fact, you fire I know realism is out the window here, but I just want to comment on this because if you fire a gun in a cave like this, that's bad. Like, you're probably going to actually do physical harm to your body with the amount of damage your ears are going to take. You will bleed out of your ears. How well trained do I think Jill is? I'm going to be real. I think I, in real life, am more well trained than Jill is in this game. That's funny, girl. Like, this woman is so green. Hang on. No, don't do that. No! There we go. She is supposed to be ex-Delta Force. She isn't. Yeah, no, this is James. This is female James from Silent Hill 2. This woman is nothing. She has no competence, no capacity, no battle awareness, no preparedness, nothing. Yeah, there's actually a term for this in TV tropes. It's called informed attribute. In later games, sure, but not here. There was a hole here. It's... She's really strong. Like, just... Whew, this woman. I mean, she can slug a shotgun. Just, like, under her arm. For all of the complaints I had about RE3R, Jill was actually not one of them. I'll give you that. Man, there's going to the gym, and then there's, like, reinforcing yourself with polystyrene alloys. Like, my goodness, this woman. I'm just gonna fire a shotgun with it kind of casually crooked against my elbow. Hello? No? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, I shot a grenade launcher in a cave earlier. I don't know what else to add to that, really. Okay, so, moving on, and never coming back. Oh, that's just a dick move. Oh, yeah, of course, I've got a grenade, a silencer on my grenade launcher, obviously. Yeah, these aren't spiders, which, good. Sure, I'll take another survival knife, why not? Oh, that makes sense. Let me guess. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, I'm good. Bye. So. Well, we are poisoned right now. So, appreciate you, game. You got the map. It's completely useless. I am currently in a state of being poisoned. Have you seen Chris? I've been looking for him. He's been dead for 3 years, but I just got a letter from him. Game, you're not funny. Chris and Jill have a relationship? So, not too long ago, before the giant spider boss, I had to use a hexagonal crankshaft in order to make it across this platform right here. Immediately after doing so, I, naturally, thanks to limited inventory, immediately put away the crankshaft. Immediately after the boss fight, I need the crankshaft again. I sure hope I picked up the right crank. Because I admit I was only glancing. Might have picked the wrong crank. God, I just want to burn this place to the ground. The whole thing. Just... There's no discarding items, period, Crazy Horse. At least not until you reach a point where the game says, you don't need this item ever again. Would you like to discard it? You know what? I think we can get a nuke around Raccoon City. Probably not, honestly, Elizar. There's no take control of. It doesn't work that way. It's like saying, I'm going to use my incredible power to take control of math. I guess I see where you're coming from, but come on. Zombies in Resident Evil? Magic. Just straight up magic. No complexity. Magic. Why are there so many evil, creepy caves under this mansion? Don't answer that question. God, I just realized what puzzle this is. Okay. Look, you want to do a secret sex party, you don't want to do it in a cave, okay? Nobody wants to do it in a cave. You want to be comfortable, get some nice pillows, maybe some good music, nice lighting so you can tell what the hell you're doing. Maybe some, like, snacks and a drink when you're taking a break. Yeah, nobody wants to be down here in like, this echoey hellscape of, oh, jeez. We're just giving diseases to everybody. Come on, guys, no. Yeah, gotta rehydrate every now and again. Come on, game. Work with me. There you go. There you go. Listen, I'm not saying the zombie apocalypse will ever happen, but if it happens tomorrow, I will not be on the surprised list. It's like, oh, hey, everyone, so I'm streaming from my secret bunker, aka a place completely undefended. At any moment, a zombie might come through the window, just as a heads up, so don't worry about that. Don't worry, I'll mute it before I shoot it in the head. Sorry, I forgot to mute that one. Hopefully the mic still works. I just blown out the mic. Sorry, guys. Sorry, it's alright. I got a backup mic. I knew it. I knew it. You can't carry any more items. God damn you, game. Fine. Whatever. I mean, it did look a lot like duct tape. There we go, that should be good. Okay. What's my zombie plan? Bullet to the head. You want to hear my nuclear Armageddon plan? How about the end times plan? Sorry, what? Alien invasion plan? Yes. My nuclear plan is to find out where the bombs are falling, get in a car, and race there as fast as I possibly can. Yeah, the plan is to be like, yeah, I'm good. Peace. Y'all figure it out on your own. I'm good. I'm good. There we go. Yeah, I have to throw Mr. Red down into the highlight mines every now and again. What? Gum gum? No, of course he does. What's funny is he didn't really start practicing eugenics until after World War II. Huh. Wonder if there's a reason for that. Okay, so... Get rid of the survival knife while we're at it. Hey, Ross. You're making me in the mood for spicy food. God, no, Lenore, that's awful. Why would anybody do that? No, I would kill myself. I would commit suicide. Is that more clear? Is that with less euphemisms? I'm out. I'm sorry. If the nukes are coming, I'm out. No. No, I'm done. Peace. Let's see. I never did get a Magnum. Ah, shoot. I did pull out the wrong shotty. Oh, whatever. I just wasted 6 ammo rounds. Whatever. I have seen The Day After. You know the worst part about The Day After? They were originally going to make it much, much darker and worse because they actually did real research on what it would be like in the immediate fallout of a nuclear invasion. And they decided that was too depressing. So the version you see in the film is the more romanticized, like, kitty gloves version of what would actually happen. No, not Day After Tomorrow. That's a fun film. You know, they toned it down. There's your negativity for the day. Hello, Evo. Evo, God, bring some positivity to my life, please. I'm begging you. Tell me you have it. I'm ready. Is it this handgun magazine? I think that's one of the both ones, Ross. The instrument choice is a little bit Mitsuda. But the build-up and the bridge is very... The whistle bridge, which uses Frog's theme for it, that's very Uematsu. It is also a longer loop. Which button do we press? I don't know. Oh god, I'm locked in now. Right. I actually do remember that. Barely. Number 3. Thank you. I tell you.
Jill!
Barry? Thank God you're safe.
There's a traitor, Barry.
A noise I heard brought me down here, but I didn't expect to find a place like this.
It's okay, we're gonna meet Lisa next, I think.
Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
Barry, have you seen Chris?
What the hell is that sound? It could be a person. Jill, go check it out.
Why do I... Okay.
Surprises for one day. I'll stay here and secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay.
You want... What? Okay, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. You know what? I think we're good. Listen, this isn't police force. This is stars. Thank you very much. The elite of the elite. The creme de la creme in BOW testing dummies. I mean, in fairness, we have a grenade launcher, look. I mean, honestly, if she was X-Delta, the moment the dogs showed up, she would have shot them, flagged down Brad, and gotten the hell out of here. And when Brad was like, I'm a dick, she would have just walked home. Like any myth, I'm out, Ground Spectre. Any myth. Nope, I'm out. It's over. We're done. Hello, Lisa. No, we aren't trapped inside. We can leave at any time. What's funny is the reason they give for not leaving is the dogs. And if you try to leave from the front door, the dogs, well, they don't kill you, but there is a likelihood of killitude. Yeah, she'd go find Brad and be like, you sack of crap. I would like her to be competent, Loke. Also, I did watch the cutscene. Thank you very much. It was pretty crap. In fact, I need to give a negative for it. I don't remember if I have yet or not. Hi, Lisa. I mean, Brad's just, he's just the worst. Oh god, don't watch Threads. Don't ever watch Threads. Everyone in chat, do not watch the movie Threads. Threads is one of the most depressing movies ever made. That's not really a joke. Threads is a post-apocalyptic warfare movie that isn't romanticized. Isn't, you know, brightened up a bit, like Day After was. For real. It's a realistic look at it. End statement. I mean, they do wish they died. I don't know if that counts. Nuclear war off the deep end. Like, there's more to it than that, but that's what it's about. If you really care, go look it up yourself. I don't recommend doing so. Lisa, could you not, please? If you have any kind of depressive issues, I do not recommend watching Threads. That's it. So, Lisa... I don't want to talk about Lisa. So I'm not going to. I'm glad she stopped being canon, basically, after this game. We've actually already read that diary. Actually, I've been debating it, Mr. Red. She is very needlessly horrific in a game that generally isn't. My brother-in-law, specifically, Evo. My brother-in-law really likes things that make him extremely depressed. That's an interesting question, Plutonia. I gave negatives to Silent Hill 2 for something that I didn't even know was in it until I played it. I'm not going to hold back here, either. He actually does scroll the news constantly. both his wife and myself have tried to convince him not to do so. I wish I came up with that term, Federation Builder. Yeah, no judgment. Oh, I guess technically judgment, since, you know, I am judging. But you know how it is. Yeah, exposure therapy or... what's the psychological term for that? It's, roller coasters. When you're on a roller coaster, you know you're safe, or at least you should know you're safe in a good roller coaster. And so, it's a safe, clean way to examine that kind of terror or whatever. It can be fun. No, not desensitization, because that's different. That's when you don't care anymore. That's getting on the roller coaster and being like, this is boring. No, I'm talking about, like, experiencing what would normally be a negative emotion in a safe, controlled environment to then enjoy it. I don't know what it's called, but you probably know what it's obvious. Again, it's roller coastering. So I hope this is the right answer, because I have no idea what I'm doing here. I don't even know what this is going to accomplish. I'm going to do it, though. Okay. Broken flamethrower. Okay. Well, Russia exists in Fallout? Sorry, dumb joke. Barry, why? Yeah, I guess that it's the only thing that makes sense. We're literally locked down here, right? Like, the door has closed behind us, metaphorically. So this is the option. Lisa, I mean no offense. Please let me by. Thank you. No? Hey. Okay. Yes, hang on, cat. Hang on, cat. Yeah, pumpernickel. Just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do. Get up, get up, get up. I'm giving you your food. I don't want to run over you with the... Now you haven't figured out you can get run over by the chair. Mister, I'm going to lay my tail on the wheels and just sit there and stare at me Watch your tail. There you go. Okay. Ugh. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Okay, so there's a lever I've missed somewhere. It's probably in this area. Aha! I really did miss that. Like, I did not see that at all. Lisa, could you not? Having a bit of a day, okay? Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the brown lever on the brown caves while the brown enemy is chasing me. Hey, look! It's a room filled with brown. This is Savacom's room. Let's switch back to the pistol for a moment. Okay, so what's the big thing in here? This is apparently a dead end. This is the dumbest idea I've ever had in my entire life. Oh my god! Like, even ignoring the snakes moving through it, that's a terrible idea. What? Oh my god, it's a sex dungeon. I'm kidding, it's actually not. Another jewelry box. I think this is actually Lisa's room. Stone ring. November 10th, 1967. Progenitor virus administered. Jessica administered virus type A. Plasmalizing of tissue during cell activation. Fusion negative. Action disposed. Lisa administered virus type B. Plasmalizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus of fusion positive but delayed fusion. Body modification observed constant results. Status continued protective observation. George, terminated November 30th, 1967. I felt dizzy after that shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where'd they take her? She promised we would escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? I found Mom. We ate together. I was very happy. But she was a fake, not my real mom. Same face, different inside. I have to find Mom. I have to give face back to Mother. I got Mom's face back. Nobody can have my mom except me. I attached her face to me so she doesn't go away. Because Mom's sad when I meet her without her face. From inside box sent to Mommy. Maybe true Mother there. Stone box hard. It hurt. Steel rope in that way. Can't see Mother because 4 stones. See, on the inside it says 1 ring to rule them? I can't make it out. Some kind of Elvish. Oh yeah, we found that earlier. I even read it out loud. In fact, I even read it out loud properly because I recognized it immediately. Hello, cat. I literally just fed you. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Well, I actually don't want to save right now, but it is my cutoff time, so I basically have to waste an ink ribbon now in order to be able to cut off the game today. So I'm going to do that. Here. And done. And tomorrow, we might actually beat this friggin' game. See ya.